Twin Breaker is a charming new twist on Brick Breaker. The game comes from ex-IGN editor Colin Moriarty and YouTuber Chris Raygun Maldonado. However, the twist here is that there are two platforms instead of one. The game was written by Colin Moriarty and is releasing on PlayStation 4 and PS Vita physically through PlayAsia. I feel that's a real nice touch. It's nice to see that the Vita is still being supported here in 2020. The release dates are as follows: March 24th, 2020 for the digital version for $9.99 USD, and May 20th for the physical version on PlayAsia. In general, Brick Breaker is about a sliding platform that allows for a ball to bounce and hit into different bricks from angles all around. Some bricks are stronger than others and may have to be hit multiple times in order to break. Some bricks are also unbreakable and can cause for a more challenging time. There are also a varying degree of power-ups that can make the levels more challenging. There are 40 unique story levels to explore here, and once that's complete, there is a new Game Plus mode that will unlock. As you progress, the levels will get harder. Difficulty spikes up as you move due to the fact that there are two platforms to move, so maneuvering gets a little tricky. You can move with the left and right joysticks, the D-pad, and even the face buttons for a variety of playstyles. While the background and menu themselves can be a little simple, the game feels oddly nostalgic for games from the past, while putting a future take on the Brick Breaker and retro gaming genre. It definitely takes me back to an older, simpler time of gaming. There are a variety of different modes within Twin Breaker. Some of these modes include Pong mode, Shooter mode, Catcher mode, and the well-regarded Story mode. There are unique takes on classic games here. Pong mode plays like the classic Pong mode we all know and love. However, there are boss battles within it too. Shooter mode involves shooting enemies with blasters in a classic shoot-'em-up style. This could be more akin to Galaga. Catcher mode is where you would catch coins and avoid enemies in order to go for a high score. It's cool to see that there is a score system, so you can challenge yourself per level. Who doesn't love a good challenge, am I right? I always try to go for S rank when I can. However, for the purposes of this review, I wanted to make sure that I got the most content possible out of this game. I am by no means a Brick Breaker expert or whatever you want to call it, but I did have a great deal of fun. The addictiveness of Twin Breaker left me wanting more, and I kept wanting to play the next level and so forth. I adore the challenge of having to control not one but two Brick Breaker platforms at the same exact time. It definitely adds a little bit of strategy in deciding where you want the ball to go and angle, so that you can knock the most bricks out at a given time. It definitely is a unique twist on the genre. Twin Breaker also includes a fun trophy room and song selection. Here you can see a list of the songs and even change the song as well. The music is simple yet catchy. There is a decent variety for what it is, and you definitely get a retro chiptune feel to it. The trophy room lets you see collectibles that you have gathered as well as stats within the game. These collectibles were written by Colin Moriarty. This includes, within the stats page, S ranks, bricks exploded, buy health and die, and many more. As you can see, as you increase in your stats, the fractional difference will change. This will let you know how close you are to certain trophies, which I think is a nice touch. And boy, oh boy, are there a lot of trophies for this little indie game. It would be a trophy hunter's delight to try and collect them all. I also feel that the conversation and background story within the story mode itself is fun to read through. You can definitely see Colin Moriarty's touch here. It's cool that a Brick Breaker game like this even has an actual story or text to begin with. Overall, Twin Breaker is a cool little title for a first-time game release from Colin Moriarty and Chris Maldonado. I feel that they did a great job with it, and I'm glad to see that it's getting a release. There's lots to see here for the price of $9.99, and I would definitely recommend it. Lilymo is the Canadian studio behind Twin Breaker, and they're best known for their work as Abroxia, which is a shoot-'em-up that released for PS4 earlier in 2019. I give this game a certified Monster Squad score of 8 out of 10. There are many different aspects to love here. It's a nice take on the brick breaker genre. However, there are some cons. As you can see, there may be repetition later on, especially with 40 levels of brick breaking. It's nice that there's a new game plus, a shooter mode, and a wide variety of other modes that's not just directly related to the brick breaker genre. I feel that for a first release, this is a great step, and I look forward to seeing what else these two can come up with in the future. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity to review this game, and make sure you go check out Twin Breaker when it launches on March 24th, 2020 for $9.99 on both the PlayStation 4 and PS Vita digitally, and in May as well. Thanks, and see you guys next time.